Oh snap, are we live? It looks like we're live. Let's double check all of it. Let's double check all of it. There we go. Let's check everywhere else. Look at me coming at y'all on a Sunday. Alright. We appear to be live. Oh, nice. Alright, looks like we're live. You know what that means. Alright, let's go ahead and get these posts out while y'all respond to that notification. Alright, no worries. I'm still here. We're just making these posts. Oh, nice. Here I am posting for the professionals on LinkedIn, and the top post suggested to me, video editors are not animators, which, you know, is true. But it also says, know the difference, misconception alert, yada yada yada. And it's like, you know, let's just go ahead and call that another feather in my cap, in case you didn't know. My animation degree has nothing to do with my video editing skills. Vice versa. I'm just beastie like that. But with that said, I think we can go ahead and start now. It's a Sunday fun day. You know what I'm saying. This isn't all that serious. You know, we're just gonna chill. I don't even know how long I'm gonna be here for this stream today. But you know what I mean. With all the ruckus that happened earlier this week, wrestling them snow bunnies. You know what I mean? Disturbing my schedule. Getting in the way. Trying to stop my shine. Anyways, and boom, we are live. What's up, everybody? It's G Mr. Drew welcoming you to another episode of the Andrew Gloszewski Experience. This is going to be episode 686, I believe. It's one of the Sunday Fun Days episodes. You know, Sundays are my day off, and sometimes I'll either do something or I won't do something. You know what I mean? Today, I guess we're doing something. But we're not doing all that much. We're just going to pick up where we left off from yesterday. Because, like I was just saying, the schedule was hectic this week. So what are we doing though? I mean, we finished the videos that I was working on last night. I got those done. I ended the stream. I finished up whatever I needed to finish up. You know what I mean? Didn't make y'all suffer under those edits for those longer formatted videos. But gonna be picking up where we left off as far as the lily padding episodes go. Oh dang, you could feel this picture. Where the lily padding joint went. So we're gonna be working on this one, and then we'll finally, you know, that's what the RKSV stands for, is the Red Night Skies video edits. You know what I mean? But it's a Sunday Fun Day episode. We're not taking it all that serious. We do the video editing stuff on the video editing days. So we're just gonna go ahead and do this video where I actually rendered this part out. And you may recall I recently rendered out a wrestler character of mine and kind of gave him a similar setting with the pyrotechnics going off and all that other stuff. That's just how it goes. And then we'll get around to, look at that, it's the page before. I was working on all these things around the same time. That's why they're back to back in the sketchbook. And then we'll go ahead and get to this video where I worked on this one, and that's all we're doing today. I don't know how long it's gonna take or anything like that, but let's have fun with it, right? Let's have fun with it. And what do we got here? Oh, this is interesting because these are not done with the harness, the camera harness that I had. Yeah, let me turn this down. I feel like I'm talking over the music. Actually, let me turn it down here instead. Alright. Alright. Maybe that's cool, maybe it's not, I have no idea. But yeah, this is interesting because check these out. This is what I was trying to set up back when I got the new PC and I was setting setting the stream back up and everything. You could see that I have my merch designs and I have some of the digital things that I was doing before I got the Adobe software, and I was just doing the digital with whatever like camera markups came with my smartphone. But there's some see, like you see right there, my merch design. What is that? That's the tier joggers. Go cop some tier joggers, yo. They're some of the most comfortable. I got a pair of my own joggers right now. They're super comfortable. But yeah, those are the tier joggers. And same thing. I noticed on the see, look at that. That's the thirst quencher. You know what I mean? For all you thirsty ones out there. There's a lot of you. You know what I mean? This shirt is perfectly designed for you. Comes along with a companion set of joggers as well. Get the thirst quencher joggers. But yeah, you can see there's like some bits of the digital stuff that I did, and I tried getting all this in the current scroll that I have now for my videos. You know what I mean? Come on. They go through the there we go. They go through the Bayo study, but they don't show any of the merch or those digital joints. See? Oh, see, those are the pants I got on today. Just I'm wearing the joggers, not the leggings. You know what I mean? But those are the caramel joints. So go ahead and get yourself some caramel leggings, ladies. But you see, look at me. Oh, see, that's one of my favorites, the Sasuke joint right there. Like, so I got a bunch of these random ones that I did just with the digital tech on the smartphone, and I don't know, they're gone. They're missing. Like, I'm sure I have like backup copies somewhere, but like, I don't know. They're not a part of the scroll, even though I kind of thought I set them there. And then I started streaming again, and then they weren't there, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I turned in a bus of rhymes, and I said, Anyways, let's go ahead. Start doing some of these edits. So yeah, these are back to the regular cam. Look how dark. Look how dark it is. Yeah, these are back to the regular cameras, webcams, and whatnots. There we go. Oh wow. There's some of that new, huh? He hit me with that new. Okay. Here, let me do this then. There we go. Something like that should be alright. Oh man. The stream used to be so dark. Look at me doing it bigger and better for y'all. Which reminds me. There we go. Turn that into a muted one. Keep talking. Here we go. And then, yeah, I'm probably not even saying anything throughout this entire video. Look at me just being quiet. Yeah, see, look at me just being quiet for y'all. See what I mean? The difference between me when I'm just like streaming quietly and then streams while I'm talking. Welcome to the stream, y'all, by the way. Feel free to, you know, drop a lurk. Alright, so I'm not saying anything. It's probably on a time restraint that day.
I can't believe I'm gonna have to make a part 3, but at least I got most of the colors down, laid out, kind of achieve what I wanted so far.
Let me see. Oh wow. So is that this one even finished? I mean, I think so. Either way. Oh wow, was it? It wasn't, because I don't have the, if you can see here, like looking at that video where I end this one, and you see there's some of that fire, some of the pyrotechnics going off right there. Like even that alone, and it doesn't have the stamp. I didn't even get around to finishing it. I might have did it off stream. Who knows? We'll see. Look at that. Time constraints.
Outside of that, love y'all. Peace.
Okay. So yeah, I thought that was an interesting post that I just saw on LinkedIn. I didn't know that, you know, LinkedIn, a place for professionals, had to sit there and put out posts discussing how animators and video editors are different things. You'd think something like that would be, you know what I mean? Like already known. Ooh, what do I want to do here? How quick does that make that? 3 seconds. That's not bad. That's not bad. But let me see something. Let me see if I can switch this up a bit. Where are we at when we get there? 2 minutes. Look at this. Look at this thing crashing on me. Came back. You can't be misbehaving like that. So there we go. So if I want to chop this down, but not the 3 seconds, got to do a little bit better than that. All right. I can do that. And same thing here. Couple of minutes, so same thing, same. Let me see something. What happens if I drop that in there? Let me do this. Stop that for a second. Yeah, is that just... What sound is that picking up? Because I don't hear anything. Yeah, I'm not hearing anything. That's crazy. Okay. So we'll go ahead and mute you. We'll just have to figure out the audio. And let me lower that back down. And where are my sounds? Whoa. Wait a second. What are you doing in there? I got a random file just sitting in a random folder. You're not supposed to be in there. Hold on. My bad. And put that one in there. Put you back where you belong. Sorry about that, y'all. Sitting there trying to find music and I found a video file that I'm sure I was looking for at some point. Just love when that happens. And just accidentally grab a file with a bunch of other files while you're organizing things. I knew I had that file somewhere. Anyways. 1, 2, 3. I mean, this is a... Let's go ahead and grab this many. Whoa. Hold on, y'all. I need to go check something. Hold up. What was that? That was crazy. All right. There we go. go. How much time is in between these? 2:28, 2:54. Wow, that's nearly 30 seconds. There. There we go. But how y'all doing today, chat? Welcome to the stream. It's a video editing chat. I don't really do all that much as far as video edits go. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like lyrical miracle with it. I kind of like to treat these streams as like just chatting. But I be busy. But yeah, feel free. Feel free to comment at any point. That is a noisy. I may want to just kind of. Here we go. Man, we've been going for 40 minutes already. I feel like it's only been like 5 minutes. Yo. What are we doing? What is happening right now? Did I get abducted by aliens and lose time? What's happening? This one actually don't need to do anything. Ah. What are we doing? Come back to me. Oh no, you down, huh? Go. I might just need the rest of that. Oof. see that. Usually these videos render pretty quickly, so it's fingers crossed, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, these shouldn't take all that much time. Man, how many of these lily padding videos have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4. I really like the Blanca one, so I kind of stuck with that one for a minute. Started doing a few of those. This whole lily padding project was oh, okay, I was about to say it's still not rendering yet. 4 minutes, 3 minutes. Alright. So yeah, this really like the Blanca crossover. So all I was doing was taking Lily's character design. I thought it was interesting because she had weapons, you know what I mean? Usually Street Fighter characters aren't really all that weaponed up. Usually it's like Claw is the only one that really had one. I mean, unless you're also counting like Geki from the original Street Fighter. But yeah, not a lot of Street Fighters have weapons. So when Street Fighter 6 came out and Lily's character was introduced, I just thought it was interesting. I was like, whoa, we have a character with weapons? What does she do? And then, you know what I mean, like, it's kind of weird. Even though she's like a tiny grappler, you know what I mean? Like those weapons that she uses, yeah, your mind immediately goes to, oh, so she has a reach advantage, like Claw. Except she's using these things to kind of grapple, you know what I mean, to get a hold of you, more so. So then I started, like, thinking about that. And, you know, the whole lily padding series was just taking her character because she had weapons and applying it across the board. So just, like, having Lily cosplay as some of the other fighters there. But yeah, I've only gone ahead and done it 4 times with Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, Blanca, Zangief. That's what this video is that I kind of just am in the middle of right now, is her Zangief. So I gave her the luchador mask. So you know what I mean, she looks a whole lot like she has the what's his name? The chef guy from Street Fighter 4. There we go. Well, what's his name? The chef from Street Fighter 4. The Mexican luchador chef. You know what I mean? They just gave anyone any story back then, huh? They're just like, he's a chef, but he fights everyone so he can cook their meals. And it's like, why you gotta fight people to cook their meals? Just go to the store, just go to the market and buy their ingredients, and you know what I mean? Make something. Like, why you gotta fight people, bro? And it's like, you know what I mean? They just gave any foundation to any character, I suppose. But what was his name? I mean, I got the book right here. Hold on. Not that book. Where's that book at? Oh, here you are. Man, that book was way down there. So let me see. Oh, we're done rendering. Tight. Yeah, let's go ahead and pull this up. There we go. Oh, look. It's that one picture. Man, I forgot they had Abel in here. Dang, so what was this guy's name? I can't believe I forgot it already. El Fuerte. That's right. The spicy hurricane. How cool is that? That in this book, they provide you with some pixel art of these characters, even though they never, you know what I mean? Even if their character was never in a pixelated game. Wow. Yeah, I would have never guessed that. I completely forgot that. Oh wow, he's also a friend of T-Hawk, just like Lily. But yeah. So me giving Lily the luchador mask kind of had some El Fuerte vibes. Let's go ahead and do this. Save this, and then we'll make the other video. There we go. We can turn this off. Yeah, what happened to El Fuerte, man? You know, what I always thought was interesting about his design was Capcom has their own wrestling video game, Slam Masters, whatever, something like that. Saturday Night Slam Masters, Bomber Masters, whatever they're called, something like that. And in those games, they have a character named Scorpion, I believe. Not to be confused with the Scorpion that I have Batman fused with in the Batman Mortal Kombat crossover series over here. But yeah, I believe that was his name. Like Capcom has the whole wrestling video games. And I think it's in the sequel that he might be like the final boss or the second to last boss or something like that. I can pull it up. You know what I mean? If I can get this thing back up and running. Yo, how are you not turning back on? Just turn back on. No? Okay. But yeah, I could try to find a thing. It's interesting because he kind of looks like a luchador, but I think he's wearing more of a motorcycle helmet or something like that. Well, you know what I mean. My memory's hazy on these old video games. But here, let me see if I can find something and pull it up for y'all. Saturday Night Slam Masters Scorpion? I think that's his name. I could be completely... No, that's his name, Scorpion. So, can I save this? Can I save this picture? Oh no, that's a link. Hold on. Oh, his name is The Scorpion. My bad. Save image as... Oh, come on, it's a web file? Y'all gonna make me do this. Hold on. Save you on the desktop. So yeah, I always thought that this character had a cool design, and he was a part of the whole like wrestling video game where they focus strictly on wrestlers. I think this is the file. Yeah. So check that out. It's a cool design, man. You know, especially like for the 90s and everything. Kind of has like the whole luchador ninja motorcycle helmet thing going on. He got, you know what I mean? He got the shoulder, the metal shoulder pads, like he's like M. Bison or Jill from Resident Evil or something like that. It's a decent character design. Super 90s artwork. And yeah, he was a tiny character too. He wasn't even he wasn't anywhere nearly as tall as the other wrestlers. But I feel like he was like one of the second to last bosses. Whoa. Yeah, I could read about him from this thing right here. From the Street Fighter fandom website. Scorpion, the Scorpion, my bad, was designed by the famous manga artist Tetsuo Hara. I'm unfamiliar with him. His moveset is based on the famous and legendary Japanese wrestler Tiger Mask. Okay. While his American name and his mask is a subtle reference to the infamous Black Scorpion gimmick in WCW. I am not familiar with any of this. Dang, they say he's 6'2", but he's still like 2 or 3 heads shorter than the other wrestlers. Just to give you a scale on how big some of these characters are. It's like a video game just comprised of Hugos, essentially. The Scorpion's mask and uniform also bears resemblance to the mask and suit of famous and legendary Mexican luchador Tinieblas. Tinieblas. The Spanish word for darkness, as well as that of his son, Tinieblas Jr. The wrestler Tinieblas was one of the first Mexican luchadors to ever tour Japan in 1974. This is why I don't know anything about any of this stuff. But it's all interesting, right? Like all these video game guys, like they kind of got together, started making stuff, and then they, you know what I mean? They made a fighting game because wrestling was so big as it was at the time of like leading into the 90s. Like they had all these wrestlers that they could like pull from. So yeah, it's interesting. Like you could definitely see the Mexican and Japanese design elements within like everything that he has going on here. Makes you wonder why that game doesn't make a comeback, you know? Like, you know what I mean? Just for fun, like just for funsies, like a little, you know what I mean? Not that serious of a game. Like give it the Street Fighter 4 treatment of like, hey, we're back, we're having tons of fun. It's a 3D game now, and it kind of follows the, you know what I mean, just like the other old classic Slam Masters game, where your character could walk around in 4 different directions, up, down, left, and right. In a wrestling ring, same thing. You could just make it a 3D game, kind of like what was that? Def Jam, Fight for New York, and all that stuff. Like one of those games, or the wrestling games that are out now, and all them games. The Scorpion is a powerful and skilled masked wrestler whose true identity and personal history are shrouded in darkness, hence the name being Darkness or whatever. He is the leader of the dark professional wrestling organization known as the Blood Wrestling Association, BWA. See, I mean, it's all in there. It's all in there, like the NWO and all that stuff. Come on. And the main antagonist of the Slam Master series. Okay, so he's the main antagonist, so he's the boss. Alright. See, I knew he was like up there with some of them. They got some of his movesets here, they got some other drawings of him. Got some music themes. Yeah, I always thought he had a cool design just because he had the kind of the motorcycle helmet aesthetic that, you know what I mean, I guess served like a luchador mask. Anyways, let's get out of here. That's class is dismissed, right? So yeah, that's neat. I probably should have took some elements from his design when combining the Lily and Zangief. Anyways, kind of just work off top most of the time. Am I right? Anyway, let's get back to these video edits. go. So this one, save, export. Okay. My bad, Joe. There we go. Dang, did that render already? Look at that, super quick. Save. Yeah, like I was saying, I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here today. I don't think it'll even be all that much of a full stream. Like I said, it's a Sunday fun day stream. We're just having fun here. You know what I mean? Just kind of tidying up the loose ends of what happened this week with the snow bunnies and all the wrestling and hog tying them up and everything that I had to do. All right. So 541. Go. Is that like a 2-hour video? Sounds right. Oh wow, I already had these drawn. So I inked them one day and then I started rendering it out on another day. It's crazy. With my DVD ASA cut up t-shirt on. It's crazy. It's crazy. I couldn't do this stuff on purpose if I wanted to. Nice. Okay. Yeah, look at it freeze framed on one of the digital joints. So how about this? This one needs a little bit of backstory because it's random. It's something that I would love to work on. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But it's no secret. I'm a fan of the Spear Hunter channel, and you know, shout out to the Spear Hunter. She puts together some really dope videos, drops a whole bunch of knowledge on her live streams and everything like that. As far as, like, you know, the scary Capcom games go, she had a decent idea, the type of idea that runs along the lines of like how I be thinking about things. And it was during, man, what was it? I guess it was during the Resident Evil Village playthrough, maybe. So whenever that game was going on, she was playing it, and she had a, for whatever reason, she was talking about she wanted to see someone render a picture, and I haven't seen anyone else do it, and I didn't even do the whole thing. I only did half of it, but she wanted to see somebody render Chris Redfield and Ethan. Is that the main character's name? Chris Redfield and Ethan on the horse, like Kaz and Venom Snake, while they run away from Wesker, a la the Metal Gear V chase scene in the beginning, when you have the flame guy chasing after Kaz and Venom Snake on the horse, and you have the flaming Vulcan chasing after them. So same thing, she wanted to have Wesker chasing after Chris Redfield and Ethan Winters, is that his name? On horseback. I only got the Wesker chasing them through flames and everything like that. But yeah, that'd definitely be a picture I'd be down to draw. That's right up my alley of like funky ideas and funky crossovers, and yeah, everything that I'm doing. Lily crossing over with Zangief today, and Batman crossing over with Scorpion. Like, I just love like the merger of at least a couple ideas, you know what I mean? And then you know what I mean, you could like really push those, just merging two ideas together and really push it till it becomes something kind of original. Similar to like this video I'm about to edit right now with the Batman Scorpion crossover. I kind of gave it a little bit of a almost like a Roman treatment, like some old Roman soldier type of treatment, considering Scorpion is one of those characters that's whatchamacallit, like far from the old school, and then he's like brought back from like way back in the day because he's like this immortal ninja from the underworld and all that other stuff. So same thing, like pulling some old Roman soldier all the way from like way back in the days, who's just like an immortal specter from the underworld, you know. But then also making him something like a Batman. It's almost like a Spawn sort of storyline right there. You know, superhero from the HE double hockey sticks, you know. But yeah, those are you know, little additions that happen once you start drawing something. You know what I mean? I probably just started with the head, started drawing the cowl, and then slowly turned it into a helmet. And then once I got around to the body, because it's a Scorpion crossover, I was like, alright, let's make it gold. Obviously, right? But then I was like looking at the helmet, or looking at the cowl, and I was just like, it's a lot like a helmet. And then with the way that I was going with the Scorpion, the Scorpion ninja suit, I was just like, oh man, it's almost like a toga. You know what I mean? But either way, that's the video that we're about to start editing. But either way, I love those crossover ideas. Once you like push them and push them and push them, and then you can get something like really unique. But yeah, I thought that was a great idea, Susie, that you had there. Again, I'd love to draw it, but as you may know, I'm a little busy. So, you know what I mean? I dedicated like a solid 30 minutes to that, to that little sketch. You know what I'm saying? gave you a little bit of love there. Where are we at? 2 minutes? Man, that music was low and now it's loud. You know what I mean? So once I started deciding that this guy was Scorpion-esque, but also something like a Roman soldier wearing a toga, you know what I mean, with a little bit of armament on him, I was just like, oh, okay, so what kind of stuff would he have? And, you know what I mean, how could he maintain the Scorpion-ness while having all this extra stuff going on? I don't even know why I gave him all the bat tattoos down his arms. I just sleeved them up with bat pattern tattoos on his arm. You can barely make it out just because, you know what I mean? But that's why his arm has all those like blotches on them. They're like Morgan from Darkstalkers. She has all those bats on her legs. Same thing, you know what I mean? Just turn them into tattoos. I think the idea was so that he could turn into bats, kind of like Dracula, or you know what I mean, like turn into a whole flock of bats. Do you call bats a flock when they're in a group like that? Is that what you call them? I don't know. I don't know. Wow, you are banging right now, music. You need to calm down. Oop. There we go.
Do I want to finish them? Do I want to color them? Do I want to
Okay.
let's jump into it.
And what do we got going on right here?
Starting to
nothing here. Oh yeah. See, the other day I was talking about how I was doing like ink sketches back then. Kind of going in with the doing the line art with the red pen, shading with the blue pen, stuff like that. I still think it's a great result. It's just without the acrylic paints, it can get a little messy. You know what I mean? But it has a great effect though. Anyway. Okay. Nothing. There we go. Wow, that's just me rifling through the
Yeah, I can't find any of my white paint.
Oh, let me see this. Let me see.
Can't find any of my white paint markers.
I can't find any of my paint markers.
Or at least I can't find any of the old ones.
Alright, so yeah, I'm not saying anything. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't saying anything, you know what I mean? Important. I wasn't. As per usual, right? Alright. So all of this can be brought down there. What is that at? 22, 22:58, 25, so 3 minutes. Chop that. Oh no, hold on. I already chopped that down. Okay. Look at me already chopping stuff down. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, you're just a tiny file. Hold on. Hold on. What are you? Yeah, anytime I come across files like that, I kind of, at least not on stream, I kind of got to like figure out a way to utilize them. But I don't want to do that right now. One. Wait. Oop. Man, what kind of relationship would a Batman from the old Roman days have with like Wonder Woman? You know what I'm saying? Like in some stories, they're already like each other. I think if like Batman was some eternal, you know, Roman superhero or something like that, with like everlasting life from the underworld and all that, you think what kind of relationship would he have with like Wonder Woman, since like her stuff also takes place in like the Mediterranean and goes back thousands of years and all that stuff. It's interesting, you know what I mean? Be an interesting story to tell. You know, the Amazons being like anti-man, and then the whatchamacallit, there we go. Man, what kind of bats exist in Italy? Does Italy even have bats? We should probably look that up. Let's look that up. Right, we're just chilling. Does Italy have bats? Yes, Italy has bats. There are 34. And if you remember from the other day that when we researched how many bat species exist, there's like 1,200 and something. You know, there's over 1,200, but 34 of those 1,200 species currently present in Italy, belonging to 11 genera. Sounds like one of their pizzas, the San Gennaro, and 4 families. 2 species were recorded in the past, but no recent confirmation of their occurrence is available. Oh, they're cute. They're cute, little fuzzy wuzzies. Oh wow. The bat that I was drawing the other day, that I used as the example for the palanquin, looks a lot like the bat. One of those Italian bats. That's interesting with the big old ears. I could tell that it's different. It has a darker skin tone. The ears are darker, everything like that. But yeah. Whoa. All right. But yeah, little fuzzy wuzzy bats, huh? That's funny. So yeah, you could definitely have an old Batman from back in the day like that. You know what I mean? Some hoplite soldier turned war general. You know what I mean? Give him the Spawn treatment. You know. So. think I got it. You cannot open the door in Florida once it's springtime, once it's summertime. Like, opening doors is a no-no. There's always one bug. Always one bug that gets in. What do we got? Oh, nice. I didn't even do that yet. Tight. I don't even have to worry about it. So, you. Go. Save. I won't render this one out. It's over 2 hours. It's a 2.5 hour video. I'm not gonna even try to render that out right now. I'll wait until I end the stream, but I will shorten this video and then render it out. How about that? How about that? There we go. Look at that. You like how I scrubbed through that whole video and it's not like shaky? It ain't got none of that shaky cheese. this one. Okay. Oh, what are we doing? Coming back? Oh no, you are not coming back. There we go. Yeah, look at that one. It's another one of the little digital joints. Now you can kind of see where the where a little bit of that tiger's design came from with the character that I've been working on. Look at me having fun. Look at me having fun with my own characters and my own designs, and you know what I mean? Utilizing the digital art on my smartphone to just kind of do whatever I feel like. Look at me having fun. There we go. And this one we can export. Did I not hit export? Export. Look at that, what was that, a 2.5 hour video scrunched down to a 19-minute video? Just under 20? I think that still makes it a short video by YouTube standards. Look at that. Two-minute render, not even. All right. And now after this, we'll go ahead and jump into After Effects. And then 3 of these videos, the 3 that I rendered in Premiere here, we'll go ahead and do those. And then we'll call the stream. That'll be it. You know what I mean? So what do we got? Like another couple hours? We only been here for a couple hours as is. Look at us, we're living. Oh dang, what's happening? Get out of here. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, a little pop-up window. Little pop-up window stop my stop the render. Why are you stopping my render pop-up window? Why are you stopping my render? There we go. Alright, got like 30 seconds. You know, that's one of my favorite parts about this little Batman Scorpion design element. The Scorpion has the that get over here move where he shoots the thing out of his hand. So thinking about like Batman with like grappling hook shot, you know, just something like him and his little bat tools that he'd be using. You know what I mean? To utilize something like that. I didn't want to just like cheat and give him the Scorpion move, you know, outright. But could you imagine that? Just wouldn't even need the grappling hook anymore. He would just kind of ninja his way up anywhere at any point. Okay. Let's get After Effects open. And no, not you. You. Boom. Set. Grab you. What are we doing? are. There we go. And I don't know what you are, but I'm gonna delete you. There we go. So dark. You know, look at my hand getting all shiny. Look how shiny my hand gets. Boy got lightning in his fingers. Okay. There we go. Alright. How we looking? This is what? Since we're back on the lily page, let's get that page back up. Oh wow.
Whether or not the fires called the fires of Paris is because of the IRIS machines installed before the year, which, when deployed, designatively institute to burn and spark fires, so to speak.
Run the calculations. How much time do we have? First sector is 2 minutes 16 seconds. We still have time. Deploy lights.
Back then,
Mm.
coal was reacting to a wave rotation effect. Coal was resonating. This would have led to a coil collapse and coil release. In response, burnout would increase, as burning coal has
Right.
precipitated the
Right.
need to prevent what he considered to be a coal disaster. In the eyes of Professor Sundae, burning the stars themselves would be preferable to whatever disaster coal release. And so, some of the IRIS tools, we don't know exactly which, were deployed towards this, the surging tower in the backdrop of a vital landscape. It's the single biggest structure of all of them, which got so tall that it scraped the edge of space itself. This is perhaps why the NGI boosters at the Institute say they make allowances for extraatmospheric operation. The capacity of that is just that tall. And so the Institute, they see, decides they need to make allowances for its defense. They don't use the Institute because it's capable of drawing coal from all across Europe for itself. Yet this huge store of coal from the oceans, going on top of the massive volcanoes that live in the sky, is called AGEX fires.
All right.
The core resonance. It's fleeting. The machine's resolve, inherited from its creators. Voices from the past, fading into. You're losing control.
Oh, come on. Yeah, these videos are a million times easier with all the right tools and everything. You know what I mean? With the whole streaming setup operating in one go. But the sharpen is barely sharpening. What's going on here?
Probably stayed on the incline because it's drawn back towards the other core of the planet. But Overseer fears it will eventually spill out, eventually overflow.
is what it is, right? So there we go. Yeah, it's a fun exercise, man. Just taking a couple of ideas and then combining them. That's all you really need to do. Like, if you're an artist and you're, you know what I mean, trying to make anything, you know what I mean? Just take any two ideas, especially if you like them, and then just draw anything that's those two things combined in any sort of manner, you know? Like, these are all pretty straightforward since it's Lily and Zangief. And, you know what I mean, they're both Street Fighter characters, they're both in Street Fighter 6. And then we already have other wrestlers of, like, the Mexican stylings with El Fuerte and the Scorpion, you know what I mean? So because of all of that, you know, this combination of ideas isn't even all that like crazy, you know? See, I miss this from the old setup. You see the orange borders or the yellow borders around all, you know, framing all of the camera shots and everything like that. I miss that from the old setup. When I was doing this new setup here, I wanted to include that, and then like setting it up on this new software, I kind of missed the boat, and I would have had to have like retracted some of the setup that I did, do the borders, and then reset up the things, and I was just like, alright, I'm not I'm not doing all that, you know what I mean? Either make it easier, or you know what I mean, that's just gonna be something that I do someday, but not yet. But I do miss the those borders. On the old setup. Yo, I was even doing yoga earlier today before I started the stream, or else I would have been on earlier. And yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. Even after doing it, even after it being like a great yoga session, it's still, I could still just be like, stretching, cracking my, cracking my back, cracking my neck. It's never enough. You know what I mean? I might roll around on the yoga mat again after I'm done here. Cause I don't think these videos are gonna take all that long. And then like that long video that I didn't render, like on stream today, I'll do that after I end the stream. And I'll just have that thing rendering in the background while I just roll around on the yoga mat, most likely. You know, get a decent little Sunday fun day in, you know? Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Oh, that's right. I don't need that. Go. go. What is this? 30-something minute video? Yeah, I'm not gonna render this on stream. On stream. Alright. And last but not least, finally getting the Red Night Skies. At least the first video. We still got what, 3 more? At least 3 more where I render these a couple more out. Never got around to finishing these. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that. Like, part of me is excited that I get to work on it still, but another part of me is like, man, thought I would have had those done by now. Whoa, what are we doing? Hey, hold on. There we go. What is this? I don't even need to zoom in on this one. It already takes up the entire, as big as I can get it anyways, right? Yeah, alright. Sweet.
This dialogue is kind of designed to be complicated.
Let's see how long this is gonna take to render. I'll probably just do the sign out while this thing renders in the background. 18-minute video. It's got to be at least a 10-minute render. I ain't gonna put y'all through all that. So let's just go ahead and call this stream for today. Again, it's just Sunday fun day. I just wanted to finish the videos from, you know what I mean, that I probably should have finished yesterday had I not had to go wrestle a couple of snow bunnies and hog tie them up and stick an apple in their mouth, you know what I'm saying? So, oh yeah, 15 minutes to render. I ain't gonna make y'all wait through all that. We're just gonna go ahead and call this one while y'all can see it render in the background. Wait, render in the background. I want to thank y'all for stopping by. Thank you for watching. It was a quick one. This is a Sunday fun day. I got things to do anyways, so I'm kind of happy that I got this done. I'm going to go ahead and get a lot more done off stream. Aside from that, you know what I mean? It means the world to me that you caught this live. It means the world to me that you catch the VODs and all that other good stuff. And, you know, one of these days, y'all are going to learn to chat it up while I sit here and do these. You know, we'll kick it. Anyways, I'm G Mr. Drew. It's at G Mr. Drew on all socials. Follow, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. GMrDrew.art, the website. Link is in the bio. It's right there. Go check it out. And links to everywhere there. It's like a link tree, but it's a website. Get on the website, check it out. I got merch stores. I got 3 of them. Get some dope merch. There's always a sale around the corner, so just see what you like. Once I start posting about the sales, go cop something. You know what I'm saying? Get some dope merch. And then the Patreon. If you're interested in a commission, like let's say you're somebody who, I don't know, wants Wesker to chase Ethan Winters and Chris Redfield on horseback while Wesker has like a trail blazing of fire going on behind him, and Ethan's using a pump action shotgun on Wesker and all that stuff. Like, say you want something like that and no one's drawn anything like that for you because it's been how much time and no one's done it, you know what I mean? Jump on the Patreon, commission me. I'll be more than down to draw that for you. See which tier fits you best. We got everything. Well, first of all, Patreon's free. Join it for free. I cater to the free people. You know what I mean? I give y'all a little bit of love. And then going up from there, there's the dollar tier. And that's just to say, hey, man, I like what you're doing. Keep doing it. And then, you know what I mean? Love y'all. And then going up from there, you can get annual commissions from me. And that's what I'm talking about. You can go ahead and check that out, see if you like anything. And yeah, I think something like that could be drawn real big. So I highlight the Dragon tier commissions just because that's the one that you get the most bang for your buck for. So definitely, you know what I mean? Commission me to go ahead and do that. And outside of that, what else I got? 50% off the OnlyFans. So yeah, check out the OnlyFans. Go get your workout on. All that good stuff. I love y'all. Peace.
What? The Zion's control center is locked out.
Let me, Chief. I'll take us over the finish line.
In the previous